Coming up next at 6, the proposal to fund a presidential library for Barack Obama with taxpayer money tonight shrouded in controversy, while lawmakers are taking a second vote on the $100 million spending plan. Plus, discussing police and fire department pension plans and warnings being issued by some of the state's mayors.
And we have rain and thunderstorms in the forecast a few times this week. I'll tell you when they're most likely coming up.
Good evening, everyone. Our top story tonight at 6 o'clock. Republicans accusing Democrats of dirty politics. That after a House committee unanimously backs a proposal to spend $100 million in state funds toward the creation of a Barack Obama presidential library. Now, among the yes votes, 3 Republicans who say they weren't even there to cast the votes. ABC News Channel 20's Garrett Berger live at the State House to tell us what's what tonight. Garrett.
Vince, only a handful of committee members were at the vote itself, and Republicans say they weren't expecting a vote to come up, so they weren't there. But when it did, they say they were counted against their will.
It's a natural, it should be in Chicago. It's a no-brainer, in my view.
Chicago Democrats are eager for the Obama Presidential Library to come to the Windy City. And a 9-0 vote from the House Executive Committee last week advanced that dream.
$100 million is not out of line. It's clearly a good investment for the future.
The unanimous vote came thanks to a procedural rule the committee used to mark some non-present members as yes votes, including 3 Republicans. Normally, the chairman would ask the Republican spokesman on the committee for permission to do that, but he was one of the 3.
And so the problem we have is, how do you ask for leave if there's nobody there to answer you, yes or no?
Sullivan calls the action illegal and has filed a protest. Whether it's illegal could be hard to prove, at least according to a UIS adjunct professor of political science.
You might question the ethics, you might question the credibility, the integrity of the process, but in terms of the legality, that's a hard thing to argue.
It did seem to get results in this case, though. A spokesman for House Speaker Michael Madigan defended the procedure, but said that since some members were, quote, exercising their Tea Party gene, the committee would take another vote on the bill. Sullivan says that's good, but he would rather see the process start again from scratch.
Why would we continue that in essence, on a farce?
The committee's Republican spokesperson, Representative Sullivan, said he has no doubt that this proposal will pass a second time. He is against the proposal as well as the way it was passed, but he believes that once it comes up in front of the full House, it will have a harder time. Live at the Capitol, Garrett Berger, ABC News Channel 20.
Thank you, Garrett. A spokesperson for House Speaker Michael Madigan tells ABC News Channel 20 the committee will vote again on the bill next Tuesday. It just happens to be the first day legislators are back in session. Mayors from across the state are working to improve pension systems for municipal police and fire departments. Now, the mayors of Aurora, Northbrook, Downers Grove, and Peoria all say pension payments are squeezing local government budgets. And tonight, they're warning that to keep up, some communities are going to have to raise property taxes or cut essential services to cover their pension obligations. And they also say those cuts could include laying off police officers and firefighters.
Went from $247 million to $511 million. It's a big increase. But over that same period of time, so you might be thinking there's a lot of money going in, what's the problem? Over that same period of time, the average funding levels for those pensions decreased from 64% to 55% on average.
Now, that effort comes as Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel waits for the governor to sign legislation overhauling 2 city pension funds there, which would cut benefits and increase city and employee contributions to the accounts. It also raises property taxes for Chicago residents and its business owners. A stronger economy and a continued bull market for stocks helped the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund see 20% growth in the past year. IMRF claims it's one of the best funded public pension plans in Illinois. IMRF earned approximately $5.4 billion on its investment income in 2013, and company officials say that they're close to a 100% funding goal. The fund administers retirement, disability, and death benefits on behalf of approximately 3,000 local units of government all across the state. $1.5 billion of last year's investment income will go to IMRF member employee accounts. The other $3.9 billion will go to employer accounts.
IMRF is a sustainable pension plan, and I say that for several reasons. The first reason is that we've had solid returns and we have high funding levels, and that is going to bring down the costs for local units of government.
IMRF is not one of Illinois' 5 state-run public pensions. Its portfolio includes a broad mix of domestic and international stocks and bonds, real estate, private equity funds, and hedge funds. Well, their job puts them on the edge of busy roads. With cars zooming past, first responders face dangerous work conditions every day. ABC News Channel 20's Christina Mueller joins us now to explain how a resolution in the Illinois Senate could help curb some of those dangers.
When police, firefighters, and paramedics are responding to accidents along busy roads like this, they're at the mercy of other drivers. But a local lawmaker is trying to create the Emergency Responders Roadside Safety Task Force to help find new ways to keep those men and women safer.
As firefighters, we understand that our job is just inherently dangerous. However, anytime we can minimize those circumstances, dangerous circumstances, we obviously wholeheartedly support it.
The joint Senate resolution names multiple Illinois officers and firefighters who were killed on the roadways while doing their job. A local ambulance company says safety is their top priority when they arrive at a scene, but they can't control other drivers.
The first thing that we look at when we approach a scene that's on a roadway is that we are not going to be in direct line of traffic. And it's very important for people who are out driving to recognize that too.
Just last Friday in Springfield, an ambulance collided with another vehicle while transporting a car crash victim to the hospital. Paramedic Bob Kamen says crashes like this are rare, but it highlights the potential dangers to emergency responders.
We all get to collaborate together and talk about the problems that we have, how to come up with solutions, and solution finding, and then implementing those things in the market.
Task force members would be chosen from Illinois firefighters, police officers, and emergency medical crews. Their job would be to put together a report on any equipment or dispatch tactics that could reduce the risk to those on scene and present those findings to lawmakers next year.
Task force obviously has great intentions. I don't know of any opposition at this point. And then once the task force comes to some conclusions, then we'll see legislation from the task force be introduced.
The resolution would cost taxpayers little to no money, as members of the task force would be volunteers. The Illinois Emergency Management Agency would be responsible for offering the group support while they conduct their review. Reporting live in Springfield, Christina Mueller, ABC News Channel 20.
Thank you, Christina. The resolution is sponsored by Senator Chapin Rose of Champaign and Jason Barrickman of Bloomington. Right now, it's currently being reviewed by the Senate Transportation Committee. A Decatur teenager will be tried as an adult for attempted murder. In March, authorities say 15-year-old Arkey Woodson shot a 26-year-old man in the chest. Police believe Woodson shot the man after robbing the victim during a drug deal. Woodson was officially arraigned on charges of attempted first-degree murder and aggravated battery with a firearm on April 3rd. He's due back in court on May 1st. And a man wanted by police in Indiana for the shooting death of a toddler has turned himself in to authorities in Decatur. 23-year-old Xavier Prim was the last of 8 men sought in connection with a gunfight between rival gangs in South Bend, Indiana. The gunfight led to a stray bullet striking a 2-year-old while he played outside 2 weeks ago. Bond for Prim has not been set. Authorities from Indiana are expected to come to Decatur to interview him. Well, you might not think much about parking your car in a lot or on the street overnight, but a recent string of thefts is targeting a very specific car park. It's easy to access, even without popping the hood. Thieves are going after catalytic converters. The part can be valuable if sold or scrapped, but it's not easy to get rid of. Junkyards cannot legally accept the part unless they have assurances that it wasn't stolen. Listen.
Catalytic converters can only be sold when accompanied by the car or by a legitimate auto repair or dismantling business. So any legitimate scrap dealer would not be in the market to buy a one-off catalytic converter from an individual without the car accompanying it.
Experts tell us thieves can remove the part in less than 90 seconds, and this makes crowded parking lots a big target for thieves. If you drive a truck or SUV, the process, we're told, is even faster.
Well, nearly perfect yesterday, not so much today. A lot of clouds, very gray outside. We've had waves of rain, although many of us need and want some rainfall. And we'll get a little more here tonight, maybe some thunderstorms. We have one cold front that is pushing through the region as we speak. A secondary cold front has that little line of showers and what looks like some thunderstorms you can see over parts of Iowa and Missouri. And Doppler radar is indeed indicating that's a little bit of lightning there as well. So don't be surprised if you hear some rumbles of thunder later on this evening. Temperatures in the 60s. There's your first forecast. Tomorrow, sunshine returns a little bit on the cool side the next few days, and there's more chances of showers and thunderstorms. I'll tell you when coming up.
Still ahead tonight at 6, prices rising. Netflix says it's upping monthly fees for its subscribers. Find out by how much and if current users will see an increase as well. And the Women's Missouri Valley Golf Championship continuing here in Springfield. Now a pair of Redbirds are carrying their team into contention on the final day. We'll have that and a whole lot more a little later in sports. A phone scammer is targeting Central Illinois Ameren and CWLP customers. Victims say the caller poses as a representative with one of the two companies and then threatens to turn off the customer's power if a payment is not immediately made over the telephone. Ameren representatives tell us over the last 2 months, scam artists have been targeting both businesses and homeowners. There are 2 red flags to watch out for, we're told. The caller demanding immediate payment or asking to be paid using a money card. Now, if you're targeted, officials say you should get the individual's name and phone number and tell them you'll call them back. Then call the company they associated themselves with, as well as police. Your next alcoholic beverage could soon be coming to you in the form of a powder. Federal regulators are giving approval for a new product called Palcohol, which offers liquor and mixed drinks in ready-to-mix pouches. Approved flavors include vodka and rum, as well as several cocktails like lemon drops and cosmopolitans. The product still has to make it past state regulations, though. The company behind Palcohol says the product will be on the market this fall. Customers must, of course, be at least 21 years old to buy the powdered booze, which can contain up to 60% alcohol by weight. Similar products are already available in other countries, including Japan and the Netherlands. Kraft is recalling 96,000 pounds of hot dogs because packaging labels are incorrect. Packages labeled Oscar Mayer Classic Wieners may contain cheese dogs, but the packaging doesn't advise consumers that they contain milk. A customer noticed the problem and notified Kraft on Friday. Kraft then notified federal officials the next day. Streaming video company Netflix planning to raise subscription prices for new customers within the next couple of months. Netflix says prices will increase by $1 or $2 a month. Right now, U.S. customers pay $7.99 a month. And in a letter to shareholders, Netflix says the price increase will allow the company to acquire more content and deliver a better streaming experience. As for current subscribers, company officials say they will be able to continue paying their current price for a generous time period, whatever that means. The announcement comes as Netflix first quarter earnings came in ahead of analyst expectations. More chances of rain this week. Chief Meteorologist Rick Kirby and next with more on when storms could return. But first, let's take a look at today's market numbers. Chief Meteorologist Rick Kirby joining us now. Just a fantastic Easter holiday weekend. We come to Monday, a little bit of rain, but we need it.
Rainy days and Mondays.
Yes, sir.
That's what they say, and it's been a gloomy day today. But yeah, we're still all excited about that weekend we had. It was phenomenal. Outside right now, it is a cloudy sky. There's the Prairie Hard Cam, and we're going to see gray skies all night here tonight. They will clear out later tonight, and that's going to set up a pretty nice day tomorrow. Temperature is a little cooler, of course, than over the weekend, but we were off the charts with temperatures over the weekend. A few scattered showers around tonight. Most of these are east of I-57. They get really scattered as you look to the west. One cold front pushing through here, another one right behind it, bringing a line of showers and a few thunderstorms in there as well. So there could be a little lightning here later this evening. Not a lot, but a little will be possible. Otherwise, we're talking widely scattered showers, but maybe some embedded areas of heavier rain at times as these push through here this evening. It should all start to come to an end a little after midnight from the west to the east. There's the first cold front. There's the second one behind it. High pressure will clear out those skies tomorrow, setting up a really nice day for you here tomorrow. Here's our forecast model. It shows the showers showers and maybe some thunderstorms here this evening. But this is midnight, and you can see this is starting to come to an end in our western counties. Not only that, we're seeing the clouds start to break as well. Again, these clouds will break later tonight, and we'll see a clear sky by tomorrow morning. So mostly sunny skies in our forecast tomorrow morning and throughout the day. You can see us working through the day right there with not a lot of cloud cover, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures right now not bad, in the mid and upper 60s still, so we can't complain about that. 68 in Springfield, 66 in Taylorville, Decatur at 68. 69 in Lincoln right now. Temperatures are trending down. We're 5 to a little more than 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday, of course, when we saw a high temperature on Easter Sunday of 82 degrees. How about that? There are the winds right now. Winds blowing from the south for many of us, but this is that cold front coming through here. You can see the wind shift right behind the cold front. Winds from the west and northwest. As you get behind that front, the wind's not terribly strong here, for the most part blowing 5 to 10, maybe up to 15 miles per hour. Our high today, 72, 67 is normal, so we did make it a little above normal today. 71 or 61 was the official low for the day, and our low at midnight tonight will be the official low just before we start our new day here later tonight. Well, there is our pollen forecast. The tree pollens, of course, the predominant pollens. Pollen levels down a little today because of the rain, but rising again with dry weather Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll look for a high temperature to top out at about 66 degrees, 70 in St. Louis, 59 for the high temperature in Chicago. All in all, not bad. So for tonight, occasional rain, maybe some thunderstorms, 48 for the overnight low. Winds a little breezy, but not too bad. And then tomorrow, sunshine, kind of a breezy wind tomorrow, 10 to 20 miles per hour, blowing from that cooler north-northwest. Sunshine, 66 for the high. Pretty good day. There's a 7-day forecast. Wednesday, just as nice. Thursday, mostly cloudy skies, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, and a pretty good chance of rain on Thursday. And then Friday, sunshine, 78 for the high, so a real nice day on Friday. The weekend starts out pretty good. Sunshine, 67 on Saturday, a chance of showers, maybe some thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday. Monday sees a rain chance with a little bit cooler weather with a high temperature of just 60.
All right, Rick, thanks very much. Sports Director Donnie Tillman joining us now. Nothing like it. Playoff hockey, they ratchet up that intensity just a bit. Nothing more proving than that black and blue, what's going on in Chicago and St. Louis. They're beating each other up, man.
I tell you what, if the Blackhawks lose again, it might be a blackout in Chicago. So far, the Blues have had the upper hand, but come and go. I'll tell you why. Both teams will be without an important piece next in sports. Good evening, everyone. Round 3 takes place tonight for the Blues and Blackhawks, with the series now blowing into the Windy City. So far on the scorecards, the Blues have scored a pair of overtime thrilling wins. They could dig the Blackhawks in a deeper hole with another win at the United Center, though Chicago went 11-2 there in their 2013 postseason run. Now, both teams will be without a couple of players tonight. For the Blues, David Backes will not play this evening after taking that big hit from Brent Seabrook in Saturday's win. Backes was helped off the ice. His status for the rest of the series uncertain. Patrick Berglund will take his place this evening, and for the Blackhawks, Seabrook will serve the first of a 3-game suspension in tonight's game. Puck drop is at 7:30. To the NBA now, in a year where his offense has increased tremendously, Bulls center Joakim Noah is being honored for his defense. Today, the NBA announced the Bulls star as the Defensive Player of the Year, the first Chicago Bulls player to take home that honor since Michael Jordan did it back in 1988. Head coach Tom Thibodeau says Noah is having a career year on both ends of the court. He's averaging over 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists this year. All right, to golf now. Day 2 of the Missouri Valley Women's Golf Tournament continues at Panther Creek Country Club. Illinois State trying to defend its title. Wichita State favored to win this year, but it's the host Bradley Braves who are leading the way heading into Monday's action. Soggy day out on the course today. Let's start things off on the 11th hole. It's Illinois State's Rachel Powers with the chip that gets within a few inches of the cup. She would tap in for a par putt. She's at 5 over for the day. Her teammate Haley Guyton shot a 4 over 76. That's the 17th there, and that stroke just inches away from the hole. She would par. Your individual leader is the Braves' Danielle Lemick on 18, taps in for the par putt. She cards a 2 under 70 today in the rain. Her Braves lead after 2 rounds, but the defending champs don't feel they're out of it just yet.
We feel pretty good. We've been in this position before. Last year we were 8 shots down and came back and ended up winning by 3. So we've been in this kind of underdog position before, and I think it's all about how you kind of keep the competition in perspective.
ISU 6 shots back at the leader. The final round is tomorrow. Well, hey, it's Patriots Day in Beantown today, the 118th running of the Boston Marathon taking place without a hiccup. American Meb Keflezighi won the men's division with a time of 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 37 seconds. The 38-year-old is the first American man to win since 1983. Now on the women's side, Kenya's Rita Jeptu set a course record with a time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 57 seconds. It's the 33-year-old's second straight Boston Marathon victory. All right, that's your look at sports, and Rick will tell us what we can expect the rest of today in the forecast when we come back.
Here's a look at what we're working on for you tonight on News Channel at 9 on Fox and on ABC News Channel 20 Nightside. 8 million Americans now signed up for health insurance under the Affordable Care Act. But what types of people have signed up? Why that information is apparently very hard to come by. That's tonight on News Channel at 9. And then treating Illinois inmates for hepatitis C, the costly new drug approved by state officials, and if cheaper options work just as well. We'll talk about it tonight at 10 on ABC News Channel 20 Nightside. Let's bring in Rick Kirby again. He's going to give us another look at the forecast.
Yeah, it's a pretty good forecast. Sunshine returns tomorrow, 66. It's similar to on Wednesday. Thursday sees a chance of showers and thunderstorms, 69 for the high. Friday, a great day, sunshine, 78. The weekend, not too bad. Saturday, sunshine at 67 with more rain, maybe some thunderstorm chances Saturday night into Sunday. Another rain chance on Monday. Cooler, too, with a high of 60.
And I guess the only thing we can be sure of tonight is more hits, right?
That's right. The Blues and the Blackhawks will drop the puck at 7:30. Plus, the Cardinals are in action right now. We've got Cubs and White Sox baseball and a little prep sports action. So a little sprinkle of everything.
Yeah, chuck full.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys tonight at 10. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully we'll see you back here tonight on Nightside at 10 o'clock.